For the second day, Kathy Dunderdale and candidate Selma Pike spent the day campaigning throughout St. Anthony at several stops, including the Tim Hortons, the hospital, and the College of the North Atlantic. The first stop of the day was the local Tim Hortons, where the Premier and Selma Pike were able to get a quick breakfast and to chat with some local residents. The Premier and Selma Pike then moved on to the local Curtis Hospital, where they were touring the property and taking some time to meet local staff members.
Keep busy. Little bit.
At the College of the North Atlantic, some students were given an opportunity to ask some questions.
That since electing a Liberal candidate had been punished by the PC government.
Hear, hear.
Well, why don't you read his brochure? That's my best advice to you.
You talk about improving the healthcare system. How is the removal of the air ambulance an improvement of our healthcare system?
Yeah,
I mean, you just spent 5 minutes talking about improving our healthcare system.
I don't make any apologies for the removal of the air ambulance. It was based on good information that was provided through the Department of Health and the regional health authorities. I was part of that decision. It better serves the whole people
You think it
of this
improves
region.
healthcare service in
Yes,
this area?
Absolutely do. You have not been negatively impacted, and if you can show me
Okay.
how you've been negatively impacted, and I mean show me, then you and I will have this discussion further.
Okay, well, I mean, it's only a matter of time until somebody needs that air ambulance service and doesn't receive it, right? I mean, just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not gonna happen.
But then you could have said the same thing about Labrador. By the time you get...
Labrador deserves an air ambulance service as well.
Absolutely, but you know
We all
something?
do.
Everybody deserves a hospital. Everybody
Absolutely.
deserves... We just talked about doing things differently. You show me a concrete example of how the removal of that service has denigrated the service for you, and you and I will have another conversation.
Give us some time.
Absolutely. No problem.
According to Selma Pike, the PC candidate, she hasn't heard a lot from the residents in the local area when knocking on doors about the air ambulance. But in the last 2 days, the Premier and Selma Pike have heard several times about this issue. From St. Anthony, this is Tim Clark reporting for StAnthonyNews.ca.